Climbing is a sport that millions of people partake in worldwide, though like any sport there is an extreme level of climbing in terms of difficulty that only a handful of people are able to take on. We have seen climbs of huge walls climbed by free soloists that have shocked the world, and extremely tough routes to scale for even the most skilled climbers. No doubt the height of much taller climbs definitely make other climbs difficult, especially without a rope, but in terms of pure technique, what are the most challenging climbing routes in the world? For number 10, we have the Ali Hulk Sit Start extension located in northeast Spain. It combines two climbs, which includes the original Ali Hulk, which was rated a high 514D or 9A, climbed for the first time by Danny Andrada in 2007, and the extension to it, which pushed the climbing rating for the whole thing up to a 515A or 9A plus route. The climb begins with a sit start and continues extremely steeply, requiring for an insane amount of endurance to complete the roof sequence. The extension involves a 15-move boulder problem which was added to the start of the climb. The route was first climbed by Jonathan Floor in 2007. Next at number 9 we have the Apocalipsis de la Gioconda climb located in Rodea, Spain. Jonathan Floor was again the first to climb this 515B or 9B rated route on August 26, 2019. The original climb for this was just the Apocalipsis route, but this one adds another 25 meters or 82 feet to it, making a total length of 60 meters. And number 8 goes to the climb to name the move located in Flatanger, Norway. The actual climb sits in the Hanskjelleren cave and its Yosemite decimal climbing rating is in the area of the 515B or 515C range, or a 9B or 9B plus rating in the French system. It was first climbed on October 20th, 2019 by Czech climber Adam Ondra, who naturally was the one to grade the climb after. The grade was then confirmed by Sebastian Buin. Worldwide, move is noted among the hardest climbs in Norway. The number 7 spot on this list is the Elbon Combat route, holding a rating somewhere between 515B and C or 9B/B+. Elbon Combat is located in Cova de Ocel in Spain and has a length of 25 meters of highly challenging small hand and footholds to get through. American climber Chris Sharma was the first to make the ascent in 2015 and it was repeated by Jakob Schubert. Jakob suggested it's probably more of a 515A rated climb, but 515B tends to be the consensus. The route has only been red pointed by a few people in history. Number 6 is for La Rage de Adam, named after Adam Ondra's rage while climbing. This route involves a 514B beginning, followed by a crux boulder problem, followed by 25 meters of 8B climbing, and its total rating is around a 9B plus or 515C in terms of difficulty. It is the hardest known French route for sport climbing, located on the extremely steep cliff of La Ramirole in the Verdun Gorge. French climber Sébastien Bouin made the ascent of the route in 2019 after a 4-year journey to the achievement. The video on Epic TV documenting his path to completing it is inspiring and definitely worth watching. For number 5 we have the Vassal Vassal route, which is rated by difficulty an extremely high 515C or 9B+. Vassal Vassal is located near Sloop, a limestone crag in the Czech Republic, and Adam Ondra described it as 7 meters of barely 8B into a V14 boulder problem with a single move that is at least 8B or V13. This was Ondra's third 9B plus or 515C ascent that he ever completed, this time in his home country. Up next we have the Perfecto Mundo climb located in Mogilev, Spain. Chris Sharma bolted this route around 10 years ago, but he didn't quite manage to complete the route. Alex Megos climbed the route in 2018, making him the first climber apart from Adam Ondra to make a first ascent of a 9B plus or 515C route. Megos said it was the hardest route he had ever done, and just by looking at this footage it's no surprise he would say something like this given its sheer difficulty to ascend. Next at number 3 is La Dura Dura, which is located in the Catalonia region of Spain. The name literally translates into the hard, which it definitely lives up to. It was first bolted again by Chris Sharma in 2009. It has been known for the friendly rivalry that came about between Sharma and Adam Ondra. Chris Sharma at the time was and still is known as one of the strongest sport climbers, being the first to red point a 9B route, which was the Jumbo Love route in 2008. Adam was of an emerging sport climbing generation, being 11 years younger than Chris and only aged 20 at the time of the climb. Adam red pointed La Dura Dura on February 17th, 2013, being the first to do it, and Chris made the achievement around a month later. Like the previous climb, it has a difficulty rating of 9B+, and the 50 meters of very difficult climbing definitely make it deserve the rating. Number 2 is rated again at a 515C or 9B+ route and was actually the first climbing route to receive a rating of this level. It's called Change and is another route ascended for the first time by Adam Ondra in 2012 at the age of 18. There is actually a 2-hour movie about Adam's road to completing this climb. The route is located in the Handskjelleren Cave in Norway and involves 55 meters of very difficult and oftentimes wet climbing, making the difficulty level even higher. It took Adam 29 minutes, including a 5-minute rest from start to finish. The 8B plus boulder section and 25 straight meters of 9A make Change one of the hardest climbs in the world to date. And finally, for number 1, we have a climbing route called Silence, located once again in the Handskjelleren Cave in Norway. It is considered the hardest sport climbing route in the world, being the only route to have a proposed difficulty rating of 515D or 9C. Silence is around 45 meters in length, which curves up the cave wall and partly the underside of the cave roof. The first 20 meters of the climb are around 8B in difficulty and is part of the earlier mentioned Change route. After this, there are 3 extremely difficult boulder problems, one being described by Adam Ondra as the hardest he has ever climbed. Adam Ondra took on this challenge by bolting it several years ago, and after years of practicing, he finally made the full Red Point descent in 2017. Hearing his screams here, you can tell just how difficult and demanding this route is. I suggest you check out the original video to see Adam's full struggle in conquering this challenge. Thank you for watching as always, and please let me know of any future videos you'd like to see, and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you on the next one.